like?
It was really surreal because I had auditioned a number of times for this, and kind of like the projects you were alluding to last year, those were, or I guess Calling by Your Name was based on a book, but that was fictional. So this felt like a lot more pressure because I just wanted to get, I think with Steve and everyone involved, we wanted to do it justice and do the story justice and your family justice. So there was also like a relief involved in meeting Nick. He's really like exactly as he's described, a beautiful boy by his dad, and I don't know, I just got a sense, not to talk about you weirdly sitting right here, but I just got a sense of his humanity and like awesome sense of humor and light and great guy.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, meeting Timmy, it was just, I don't know, I was just really struck immediately. It is weird to talk about you right here, but I was just struck immediately by like how incredibly committed he was to getting this right, and just doing this in an entirely authentic way and not relying on cliches. And he's so smart, and I mean, just such an incredible role model for young people. Like I honestly, like I couldn't be happier that we got him to be involved in this project, because he's just amazing.
Thank you.
Hi. So first of all, amazing performance. I'm not done crying, but so this is probably the second role recently where you've been under a lot of scrutiny for playing a part that is like very particular in terms of like first playing a gay role and now playing an addict. Is it an anxiety for you to be under that kind of scrutiny, like people who identify a certain way watching you and making sure that you're doing it right, whatever that means? Is that an anxiety for you as you are creating the performance, as you are doing interviews after the fact, or do you just say, well, it's acting, you're supposed to be someone you're not?
Sorry, that's an awesome question, and I think it's a mixture of everything you just said, and but at the same time, I don't know, I'm a big believer that the art takes place in the head of the audience member, and that, to each their own reaction. So I think there's a lot of, I think in any art form, from music or anything, hopefully if you're doing a good job of making yourself vulnerable, so the anxiety comes in, showing your colors, and maybe people don't like them or something. But then, like you said, there's an added layer when it's specific to a story or a book or like to real lives. But I think you just try to do the best job and try to do it as honestly as possible. And like make your parents proud or something.
I want to thank both of you. And one of the things I was wondering, because I feel like film is such a powerful medium, I think both of you could answer this, but maybe more specifically Nick. What did you want us as an audience left with having, I have to say that I kept thinking, oh my God, not one more time, and yet here you sit alive and having written something and had something on screen that is so powerful. So I'll get back to my question again. What is it you want all of us left with? And that could go for both of you.
That's a really amazing question. Yeah, I think I felt that way too, weirdly, when I was watching the movie, like when the phone rings, and it's like, no, Nick, like don't do it again. But I think the thing is that, obviously, like there's this crisis in this country where literally 200 people a day are dying from drug overdoses. And, I've lost so many friends to this disease. It really is something that is affecting everyone in this country. And, so the opportunity to be able to talk to people about it and to raise awareness and help sort of take away the stigma. I think a lot of people, when they watch the movie, they'll think like, well, why is Nick doing this? Like, they never give an answer. And the thing is, like, there is no why. I mean, it's everything, right? Like, I feel like, addiction it's not a choice. It's a disease. It's a brain disease. And, for me, I'm just that kind of person that once I put a substance into my body, like, I cannot stop. And, that's a really amazing thing about Timothee's performance in the movie is you see how like who that character is as a person, like never goes away. It's always there. Like even when he's doing these horrible things, like breaking into his parents' house, or stealing from his little brother and sister, or acting out, like, you know, being so volatile, like he's still the same person. It's just like he's been hijacked by the drugs and by this disease. And so I think if we can raise awareness to the fact that, you know, addicts aren't bad people, they're just people who are suffering. And, you know, every time that I relapsed, it wasn't because I was like trying to go party or have fun. I was in a ton of pain, and I would reach out to the drugs to try to feel better, and then it would just start that cycle again. And I think that's what the movie shows so well. And then the last thing I'll say is just that there is also a ton of hope out there. You know, I mean, for me, like, I just want to spread the message that no matter how far down you go, as long as there's still life, there's always hope. And we can just, you know, come back from anything. And the fact that, you know, I'm sitting here now, and, you know, my family, we have this amazing relationship. It's just a miracle, and I've seen it happen over and over again for people in recovery. There can be a really amazing life after getting sober.